The first thing I did after becoming the cowherd was to skin that old ox alive, just because that beast told me that tomorrow night, at Bixia Pond in the west, 7 celestial maidens would be bathing there. He told me to steal a robe while they bathe, then hide in the woods. Whoever comes looking for the robe will become my wife. But what he didn't know was that I had the universal creature guide in my hands. It lets me see the true nature of everything. The pictures clearly show that among all the spirit beasts, ox spirits are the most deceitful and tend to do evil things. Its weakness is right between its hooves. Stab it with a sharp blade, and you can peel off its entire hide. 1,000 years of cultivation disappears instantly. Burn its hide to remove all the hair, then wear it to ride the wind. So while I wasn't watching, I struck its weak spot, ending its life, and I also sealed it into my guide as a bonus. I got 100 years of cultivation for free. I kept flipping through the guide, trying to look up info about myself. Turns out I'm a young spirit body. But the guide doesn't say how to activate it. From 2 villagers I learned. This place is called Luoju Mountain. There's a Bixia Pond on the mountain. Legend says it's where 7 fairy maidens bathe. As soon as I heard this, my mind went blank for a second. There's a spider cave here on Luoju Mountain, where 7 spider demons live. All female demons. They've taken over the fairy pond called Bixia Pond. They splash and play there every day. Did I end up in the journey to the West World? These 2 villagers are Zhao Dazhuang and San Xunyang. They were both tricked up the mountain by the ox spirit, forced to lure in young men for him. On the 1st and 15th of every month, the ox needs to trick a young man up here to serve as tribute to the so-called fairies. If the tribute stops, the fairies will get mad, and everyone nearby will suffer. Tomorrow is the 15th, the day for tribute. Now that the old ox is dead, there's no more tribute. The 7 fairy valley will rage. Then none of us will survive. Why don't you just escape then? You don't know, brother. We tried sneaking away when the ox demon was out. But as soon as we got halfway down the mountain, every path was blocked by thick silver webs. Birds and beasts of the mountain, venomous snakes and bugs, anything that touches those webs. They foam at the mouth and die instantly. That made me even more sure. These so-called fairies are really 7 spider demons, and they're seriously not to be messed with. They even dared stop the 4 from Journey to the West. My just earned cultivation is nothing compared to them. I'd be walking to my death, thinking that I built a bonfire right in the yard, threw the ox hide into it to heal my injuries. Once all the hair burned off, I draped it over myself. The wind riding power was fast. In less than the time for a cup of tea, I flew halfway up the mountain. Just like Zhao Dazhuang said, there's a huge mesh of silver webs before me, covering the woods everywhere. Every path is thoroughly blocked off. After I landed, I took a closer look. The web was 70 or 80 feet high, basically a giant wall. As I was checking it out, the creature guide suddenly triggered on its own. Lunar Venom Pearl may reach 1,000 years of cultivation, born with spiritual roots, pure yin body, feeds on yang energy. After 1,000 years, it can take human shape and become strikingly beautiful, can spit out silver silk, all highly poisonous. Any beast that touches it dies immediately. It has 3 weak spots. First is its neck joint. Stab there and it'll go limp. Second, it fears fire. Spiritual flames can destroy its core, making it lose all its power. Third, it fears the world itself. If a centipede demon can capture the lunar venom pearl alive and extract its yin energy, he can boost his wealth and power and awaken a pure yang body. I took a deep breath. A spider demon with 1,000 years of power. Just thinking about it makes my scalp tingle. I don't have spiritual fire, and I'm not a centipede demon. The only chance I've got is the neck joint weak spot. And according to the guide, if I capture the lunar venom pearl alive and take its yin energy, I can trigger my yang body. My spirit body must be the pure yang type, right? Back in the house, I started planning carefully. Zhao Dezhuang could be my bait. Give me a shot at this. He helped the ox demon hurt so many. Even if he was forced, he's far from innocent. Next day at dusk, I took Zhao Dezhuang straight to the West Hills. Today's the 15th, tribute day. If no tribute is offered, those 7 spider demons will lose it, Instead of just waiting to die, might as well take action first. Beat them to the punch. Zhao Dazhuang looked miserable all the way. Hero, can you really fight the 7 fairies? If a fight breaks out, please make sure to protect me. To be honest, I've got an old mother and a little child at home. They depend on me. You haven't been home for half a year. Your wife's probably already remarried. Your son might even call someone else dad. Your mother will be taken care of. Zhao Dazhuang was stunned, then started crying even harder. After a bit of fussing, I set him on a clearing in the woods, used an ox horn to draw a circle at his feet, and told him to stay inside. Don't step out of this circle, or you're on your own. Zhao Dazhuang turned pale with fright, stood frozen in place. I hid nearby by Bixia Pond by myself, and waited quietly. According to the original story, Bixia Pond is where in ancient times Hu Yi shot down the 9 sons. And one golden crow fell there, turning into this sacred spring. If you soak in it, you definitely get massive benefits. Soon, night fell over the whole forest. From far away, I heard girls laughing and chatting. Graceful outlines started to appear as steam rose from the pond's edge, and robes got tossed carelessly on the grass. Quick as lightning, I grabbed a purple robe, then dove back into the woods, just like the old ox said before he died. If I hide in the woods with the robe, a fairy maiden will show up looking for it. So it's clear. The 7 spiders take turns enjoying the tribute alone. Dealing with one is a lot better than facing all 7 at once. Back in the woods, I handed the purple robe to Zhao Dazhuang and hid myself in the shadows. Tonight, I'll use this chance to take down the demon, steal her yin energy and awaken my yang body, then seal her in the creature guide and get her cultivation power. With that boost, I'll be able to deal with the other 6. When the robe was stolen, all the female demons playing in the pond gave each other knowing, seductive smiles. They knew the tribute had arrived. One with purple hair looked especially excited, her cheeks flushed red. She kept glancing toward the woods, looking very impatient. Red Haze, the eldest spider, told Purple Haze not to get distracted. Return to meditate after feeding, to stabilize your cultivation. A moment later, I saw a graceful shadow slip into the woods. Young man, why do you have my clothes? The woman's voice was soft and seductive, like a gentle scratch at the heart. It made Zhao Dazhuang's heart tremble, and his legs go numb. But when he looked up and saw her face, in an instant, the thought of a man-eating demon was completely forgotten. This wasn't some monster, but a goddess from the heavens. Zhao Dazhuang wasn't the only one stunned. The demon was too. She had followed him happily, thinking the prey tonight would be young, full of yang energy, and enough for a good feast. But instead, she saw a dry, middle-aged farmer. His primal energy was long gone, and his rough face was a real turn-off. Right then, I lunged forward and grabbed the back of her neck. Purple Haze was shocked, but before she could struggle, a sharp pain hit her spine, sending a jolt through her body. She went weak as if her bones were gone. My left hand gripped her neck, while my right held an ox horn, pressed firmly against her throat. Purple Haze looked terrified. You already knew my sister's plan? And you killed the ox for its skin? I didn't answer, just signaled Zhao Dazhuang to run for his life. Seeing this, Purple Haze sneered. I won't lie to you. I have 6 older sisters. In 4 hours, if I'm not back, they will come looking for me. You won't be able to escape then. Better kneel and bow to me now. Call me mommy a few times, and I might take you as my son. Before she could finish, a massive surge of yang power exploded in me. Purple Haze was stunned, staring straight at me. Yin and yang create each other, the supreme law of the universe. The lunar venom bead is a holy seed, cultivating the yin within, which must be fed with yang energy to grow in power. This is primal yin energy. If I absorb it, my yang spirit body will awaken. But how do I take the yin energy? I asked the bestiary in my mind, and the diagram showed me. Just stroke down the demon's back, from her throat, down to her life gate. Under the heat of my yang energy, Purple Haze's face turned beet red. She gasped, "You have a pure yang body." In that case, I don't want to kill you anymore. Pure yang and my lunar bead are perfect matches. If we become a couple and cultivate, it will benefit us both immensely. Don't be ungrateful now. Suits me fine. We sat cross-legged facing each other, our four palms touching. Our yin and yang energies pulled at each other, releasing a flow of pure primal energy. But in less than 5 hours, Purple Haze cried out in shock. You damn human boy. Are you trying to humiliate me? We haven't even had a wedding. How could we? In her 1,000 years of cultivation, she'd heard other demons talk. That being with a human man is always full of trouble. Humans are always so arrogant, refusing to love demons. But when she experienced it herself, the result was the complete opposite. This human was way too proactive. 5 hours later, my yang spirit body fully awakened. In an instant, my physical body became 10 times stronger. Purple Haze was shy and furious, breaking free when I let my guard down. She spat out countless silver threads, wrapping me up tightly. But in the next second, scorching yang fire flared up, burning the toxic silk to ashes. Insolent beast! I have mystic young fire now. Don't you dare try anything. My sisters were right. Human men are all heartless traitors. You took my essence to awaken your spirit, and now you want to kill me. You even call me a beast? It was just a fair trade. You got my pure yang energy too. Looking at the woman again, a strange feeling arose in my heart. Something I couldn't explain. This is your sister's territory. And things have gone this far. It wasn't my intention. Let's part ways here. Maybe we'll meet again. I put on the ox skin, leaped into the air, and flew away with the wind. Purple Haze watched my figure fade away, her eyes slowly growing dim. Humans have feelings, and demons have their nature. Purple Haze was intelligent from birth, but had lived only in the deep mountains. Her soul was purer than most demons. This kind of thing was her very first time. I was the first man she was close to, so she naturally saw me as her partner. Moreover, I had a young spirit body, the pure, burning energy inside me. An inexhaustible source of yang left her completely mesmerized. If her sisters knew he was pure yang, they would surely try to capture him, she murmured to herself, recalling my words before leaving. He said we'd meet again. He'll come back, right? Meanwhile, I landed at the cottage by the mountain. I couldn't bring myself to kill her. Besides, I only have a century of power. If we really fought to the death, I might not have won. If the other 6 spiders were alerted, I would have been walking into a trap. Jia and Sun were waiting in the yard. I told them to head east, and that I'd break the webs for them. Then I flew east without looking back. The light on the ox skin was fading. The remaining energy couldn't go far. It needed rest to recover its aura. Before long, I reached the temple at the mountain foot. Suddenly, it started pouring rain, so I ducked inside to stay dry. Squeezing in next to the earth god statue, I figured since I was idle, I'd check the universal bestiary, but found a new realm section. It listed the cultivation ranks. Essence to Qi, Qi to Spirit, Spirit to Void, Void to Tao. Ascension, Mystic, True, and Golden Immortal. I tried to gather spiritual energy inside me, and focused it into my palm. A wisp of mysterious yang spirit fire actually formed. Ever since I awakened the yang spirit body, it seems I don't need to practice any cultivation techniques. My cultivation increases on its own. I randomly turned to the page about the tie-in poison pearl. I noticed its illustration became more vivid, like I had just logged another entry. So, it seems, if this keeps up, a few more tries, and I should have a complete entry. According to Journey to the West, all the bugs all over Mount Luoju, once they gain intelligence, they treat those 7 spider demons as godmothers. They may not be powerful, but they're all sharp as lookouts. I'd better lay low for now. I can always go back up the mountain in a few days. Right at that moment, my mind's bestiary suddenly flashed with divine light. The earth deity was a virtuous person in life, who was transformed by celestial dew after death, turning into a yin spirit to be heaven's eyes and ears, watching over a 10-mile radius, and tasked with guarding peace, driving out evil spirits. But they're also bound in one way by the investiture list. Reading this, I was stunned. Turns out the earth deity could be collected too. But how do I do it? I can't just kill him, right? I thought for a moment, then picked up a dry twig, broke it into 3 pieces to use as incense sticks, and lit them with pure yang spirit flame. Then respectfully, placed them in the incense burner in front of the earth deity's statue. To my surprise, it actually worked. Not only did I get 100 years of cultivation, I also received a spirit grade minor 5-element spell. It's the earth movement technique. The spell's knowledge flooded straight into my head, and I instantly reached minor mastery with it. So I used the earth movement to slip underground. Just as I was leaving the earth deity temple, I heard an old cough behind me. Never seen anyone burn incense like that. Even smoke the god's statue black. Well, he's a born spirit after all. Maybe he'll be destined for the immortal path someday. If he's willing to strike this deal, I guess I can put up with it. So in the days that followed, relying on the earth movement spell, I hunted mountain spirits and wild beasts all over the foothills of Mount Luoju. Successfully collected the Iron Halberd Wolf demon, got 200 years of cultivation. Collected the Azure Spirit Python monster, got 150 years. Collected the White-browed Tiger Spirit, got 150 years. Collected the Snow-eared Rabbit Demon, 300 years. Collected the Scarlet Willow Tree Spirit, 500 years. In just half a month, I racked up 1,500 years of cultivation power. My practice even broke through to mid-foundation building level. Earth movement technique has already reached perfection. But one thing to note, cultivation power is more like accumulated insight and understanding. It can't be converted straight into power level. Half a month later, I arrived at the mountain god temple on Mount Luoju, took out 3 incense sticks, and respectfully lit them in front of the statue. Please bless me, mountain god. Collected the mountain god of Mount Luoju, and got 1,000 years of cultivation. Gained a spirit-grade divine technique, mountain shaping art. I was totally shocked. That reward was way too good. Are you hiding in there? Suddenly, an angry female voice came from outside the temple. Xian raised in her hand a cracked stone. It was the one I split with my yang spirit fire. Her sisters couldn't tell, but Xian definitely recognized its aura. You left that there on purpose. To set up a meeting with me, didn't you? He couldn't track me down before. But then I thought it through. The spots those godsons can watch could only be the mountain god temple. When she got no answer from inside the temple, Xian looked disappointed. But just then, he felt a sudden rush of wind at his neck. He was about to dodge, when he caught a familiar scent, so he didn't resist. A small smile on his lips. He just stood there quietly. I pulled him into my arms. So 2.5 hours later, my yang spirit body fully advanced. My cultivation also shot up to the next major level. I never expected Xian would help me so much. My name is Xian. I became your wife for a night, and it was unforgettable. I think about you day and night. Turns out it's Miss Xian. They cuddled close and had some sweet talk. So all their past awkwardness was gone for good. Li Tian, from now on, you'll live here in the temple. So it'll be easy for us to meet. I won't let you live at my house, so don't blame me for it. I'm doing this for your own good. Xian said seriously. I have 6 elder sisters at home. If they find out you have a pure yang body, they'll definitely come after you. It was fine in the past, since we're all sisters. Maybe Big Sis would have even helped with our marriage. But now some evil cultivator is eyeing Mount Luoju, and Big Sis is desperate to level up. If you get exposed, she would probably take you for herself and drain your power every day. I suddenly realized something and thought of that priest in Huanghua Temple. Judging from Xian's expression, looks like they haven't teamed up with that old priest yet. In the novel, after the 7 web demonesses, they sought refuge with the head of Huanghua Temple, and all died under the golden staff. Monsters like these who hold a territory are just at the nascent soul or unity stage at best, with no sect or backing, and they live in constant worry. I asked Xian about the evil cultivator, and only then learned he's a human called Yumingzi, a rogue cultivator. He's not quite as strong as the spider demonesses, about a level weaker, but he has some powerful magic tools, and has even mastered spirit fire. That's why he gave them so much trouble. If they lose again, they'll have to give up Mount Luoju and beg Master Bai Mu at Huanghua Temple for help. The price is 80% of Mount Luoju's spiritual luck and treasure. Hearing all this, I could sense there was some scheme going on. After 2 more hours with Ziyan, we set a time for our next meeting. I decisively headed down the mountain. Night fell. By Bixia Pond. Her 4th sis Bian teased her. Ziyan, little sis, that guy you fed on last time had such pure yang energy. In just half a month, your aura's grown several times stronger. At this rate, you'll catch up to big sis soon. Ziyan tried to sound calm. That man was still a pure yang virgin last time. So yeah, he really helped me a lot. I'm also worried that evil cultivator will strike again. So I'm working hard to train. Just hoping to help you all out. Second sis spoke softly, but frowned. It's already the 1st of the month. Why hasn't tonight's tribute arrived yet? Hearing that, Ziyan panicked. To help hide my whereabouts, she went up to the mountaintop courtyard to set up a disguise. It wasn't until now that the sisters still had no idea the old ox had died. Big sis Qian sensed something was wrong. She wanted to send some fireflies to check the mountaintop. But instead, the fireflies brought back different news. Chilly winds swept through the base of the mountain. Qian's face changed suddenly. She quickly called her sisters together. That wicked sorcerer is here to cause trouble again. Get dressed. Bring your weapons. Then let's head into the woods together and fight the sorcerer. Ziyan was anxious and restless. Li Tian just left. Hope he doesn't run into that sorcerer. That guy practices dark magic. Crueler than any demon. In a clearing in the woods, Mingzi stood fearlessly before the 7 female demons. You 7 wretches, if you submit willingly, recognize me as your master. Bring me into your lair and serve your king properly. Maybe you'll walk away alive. But if you keep defying me, I'll destroy you all today and send your souls to eternal torment. Evil sorcerer, you're asking for death. Let's see if our swords are sharp enough. While they faced off, I was hiding nearby in the grass, quietly watching. My bestiary in my mind was triggered at the same time. Human evil cultivators are killers. They collect wandering souls and vengeful ghosts, with sins clinging to them, beyond redemption. Hated by all, gods and men alike. Heaven and earth will destroy them. Their weakness is their physical body. Since they've lived among ghosts for so long, they're saturated with dark energy, so their bodies are frail and rotten. Basically living corpses. Killing one brings you the blessing of heaven. You gain virtue. Of course I want to capture this evil cultivator, but I'm in no rush. Instead, I crouched in the shadows to watch the fight and gather intel on the enemy. The battle lasted for hours. 5 out of the 7 demon sisters were wounded. Only Big Sis Qian and 7th Sister Ziyan survived. Ziyan and I have cultivated together twice. Yin and Yang are merging inside me. I'm not afraid of Yumingzi's spirit fire anymore. He drew his sword and charged forward. With one strike, he pierced that demon's chest. Seeing this scene, I hid in the shadows and quickly activated the mountain refining technique. The spider demons looked stunned. That's actually a magical power. You know, those who can command magical powers are just 3 types. Disciples of top immortals. Immortal soldiers granted a path by heaven, or those favored by earth realm monster kings. Mingzi was completely desperate. Can you please stop the magical power? The only answer was a punch. Mingzi was smashed into a pile of flesh right there. Successfully subdued the evil cultivator. Mingzi got a 300-year penalty reduction. The evil cultivator wiped out sins, earned a trace of heavenly merit. I took Yumingzi's Cancun bag and soul banner and put them away. Just then, the eldest spider demon came up to me, gave a polite salute. The other spider demons also bowed down. Greetings, benefactor. I took a good look at the 7 girls. The leader, Xian, is the oldest and has the deepest cultivation. Her figure is the most full and curvy among the sisters. Her belly hides her feet even when she looks down, and probably can't see them even lying down. The other sisters are stunning too, each with their own charm. But all 7 female demons had a strange look in their eyes. Something a bit odd. Qian managed to keep her cool and hide her thoughts inside, but the others kept glancing back and forth between me and Ziyan.
They
Also caught the special pure yang energy from me. and guessed the unusual bond between me and Ziyan. Something unordinary. As I was leaving, I glanced at Ziyan, said goodbye, and flew off with the wind. Bian leaned on Ziyan's shoulder. Sis, when did you start hanging out with such a treasure? You really kept it from us. Yeah, sis. Who is this guy anyway? His young energy is crazy pure. If we could just get a taste, we'd be over the moon. Ziyan was embarrassed for a moment. Spill it. You've been leveling up so fast lately. Is it because of him? Tell your sisters. What's it like finding a man? All right. I'll tell you everything, okay? After I went back to the local temple, I opened Yumingzi's Cancun bag. It was stuffed with gold, silver, and jewels, plus an old, yellowed scripture. It's the cultivation manual on the righteous path by Zhuan Yang Immortal. The righteous path is the method for golden elixir. Its goal is to bring medicine into the body, balance yin and yang, refine the golden elixir. But you need to focus on what's most important. External stuff is just passing, the core is the true medicine king. Now, with nearly 3,000 years of cultivation, I quickly mastered this celestial law. I then activated the young spirit body, using my body like a furnace, refining my inner spiritual energy, running the energy cycle, opened up my purple mansion, gathered my spells, and finally formed a golden elixir inside my purple mansion. Right then, an old voice sounded outside the temple. Congrats on forming your golden elixir, young friend. You really are born with a spiritual body. Such amazing talent. It was the local god and the mountain god of Luoju Mountain. I treated these two yin deities with respect. Greetings to you both, immortals. What advice do you have for me? The mountain god told me. The Yumingzi I killed days ago in Luoju Mountain was their most wanted criminal, but his soul banner still holds over 10,000 souls. Needs Zhuan Yang Immortal to release them. I told them. I already tossed the soul banner away. The mountain god gave me another look, and soon figured out what I meant. He handed me a long sword. As a reward for eliminating the evil cultivator, this treasure's yours now. The local god explained with a smile. The red sun sword is nothing like the soul banner. It was crafted by Zhuan Yang Immortal himself. It's a post-heaven spiritual treasure, just mid to high grade, but still rare and precious. I took the sword and saluted the two gods. Don't worry, immortals. I'll make sure to find the soul banner. Once I do, come find me at Luoju Mountain's temple. After finishing, the mountain god turned into wind and left, but the local god stayed around. He came over with a friendly smile. Friendly. I can tell at a glance you have a destiny with the immortals. I've heard that up in the heavenly palace. A huge event shocked everyone. A monkey committed a crazy crime, wreaking havoc in heaven. Even the Buddha of Spirit Mountain was troubled. That was ages ago. The dragon monkeys of Wagwo Mountain rampaged through heaven. That was over 200 years ago. Now I finally have a sense of things. So it seems. The pilgrimage to the west starts in roughly 300 years. About 300 years left. We chatted for a while. Then the local god turned into a wisp of smoke and entered the statue. I felt bad staying in the temple, so I went to Luoju Mountain and stayed in a cottage at the summit. That night, I handed the soul banner back to Luoju Mountain's god, and while exchanging magical techniques, did some casual digging about the risks of stealing heavenly spells. After all, I killed Yumingzi. The mountain god and local god knew all the details. Learning immortal arts in secret is serious trouble. There are lots of monsters in the earth realm, but few are really strong. Number 1, no one to teach them. Number 2, even if they're lucky enough to learn a top skill, the heavenly soldiers will hunt them down fast. The mountain god looked at me again. Your mountain refining technique seems quite good. Some skill there. I'm guessing your master is a Taoist immortal. This magical power is widespread, but tough to master. I spent 100 years on it, and only got it somewhat right. I saluted him again. The method is tricky. If I have time, I'll need to learn more from you, brother mountain god. He nodded happily. Before leaving, he made sure to warn me. I see you're close with the spider demons in Pansy Cave. That's not really a crime. But don't join them in hurting others. Otherwise, you'll ruin your own future. Thanks for the reminder. I stayed on the east side of Luoju Mountain. This, of course, wasn't hidden from the 7 spider demon sisters. So the next night, A graceful figure quietly pushed open my door. It was definitely Ziyan. She kept me up all night. Now with immortal techniques, I've started living a real cultivator's life, studying Taoist techniques by day. With 2,800 years of cultivation, I mastered the last few blessing spells in the manual. Practiced every one. Nights were even sweeter. Tiny Ziyan is way too greedy. Shows up every single night. 4 or 5 nights in a row. She ended up looking totally worn out. One late night, I was reading under the lamp. Suddenly a monster wind blew in, snuffed out the candle. Then a familiar sweet scent drifted by. The door was pushed open. In the darkness, a shy figure walked in. Another sleepless night, until dawn came. I looked at the girl in front of me. Last night I immediately recognized. She wasn't Ziyan, but Ziyan's sick sister Lanyan. Did Ziyan know you came? Of course Ziyan sent me. She's been overtraining lately. Her body was feverish last night, like she was sick, so she asked me to take care of you. Another night passed. This time, neither Ziyan nor Lanyan came. It was Qingyan. Qingyan is super shy, like a porcelain doll letting me do whatever. Over the next few days, among the 7 spirits of Pansy Cave, everyone except for the eldest, Qian, took turns discussing the Tao with me, sharing our insights on cultivation. I felt a bit awkward. What exactly do these spirits take me for? Finally, through day and night of hard practice, I reached the peak of the Key to Spirit stage. That night, the moment Ziyan saw me, she started crying piteously. After a few hours, breathless, she asked me, Li Tian, do you love me? Or do you prefer my sisters? Your sisters asked the same thing. Then, if my eldest sister wanted to serve you, would you be willing? I felt somewhat helpless. In an instant, an image flashed in my mind of that woman's lush and graceful figure. She always makes my heart skip a beat. Seeing my expression, Ziyan got a bit sulky. Eldest sister is the most deep-minded. She's not someone you can easily win over. I shook my head dismissively. I secretly checked the poison pearl page in the bestiary. Only one last piece of the puzzle remained. If I could discuss the Tao with Qian, the entry should be complete. Eldest sister knows you live on the East Mountain. To thank you for killing that evil Taoist, she invites you to Bixia Pool tomorrow. Bixia Pool is a celestial spring born of heaven and earth. Legend says the 7 fairies used to bathe there. Its spiritual aura is incredibly dense. A first-time soak can even cleanse one's marrow and essence. At the break of dawn, Ziyan left first, trying to hide her tracks. I waited until the sun rose, before heading to Bixia Pool. When the girls saw me, they all bowed politely. We had already been so intimate, so they weren't shy anymore. Qian handed me a brocade box. This is a robe woven from our essence silk.
Tempered long-term in Bixia Pool.
It's invulnerable to blades and resistant to fire and water. By high noon, the pool shimmered with radiant light, glowing brilliantly. The yang energy reached its peak. Qian finally spoke. Friend Li, this Bixia Pool was originally a bathing place for celestial fairies, abandoned for some unknown reason. My sisters and I got lucky. Don't laugh at us. But since we found this pool, I've had many sleepless nights, filled with worry, because we cannot protect a treasure like this. She then took out a glowing feather. Ziyan and the sisters gasped. The divine light feather. Li Tian, this is Luoju Mountain's biggest secret. Sister is even telling you this. She already sees you as one of us. I took the divine light feather in my hand, feeling its profound divine resonance. Qian felt a bit embarrassed. This is produced in Bixia Pool. Only a few appear each year. Only we sisters knew about it. Now that you are our neighbor, you naturally deserve to know. One immediately understood her meaning. As neighbors, we should help each other. Qian beamed with a smile. Please enter the water to cultivate, friend Li. That way, refining the feather will be more effective. She then led the others away, to a distance. Only then did Qingyan whisper, telling him about the feather. Isn't that too risky? You've all thrown yourselves at him. Your fates are now entangled and inseparable. What else can I do? The girls all blushed with shame. Ziyan cautiously suggested, Sister, since it's like this, why don't you join Li Tian too? Sister, Li Tian has a young spirit body, a perfect match for our tie-in pearls. If you were with him? The other girls chimed in one by one. starting to persuade her, acting like a bunch of wayward girls, trying to pull their friend down with them. Qian's face darkened, and she said nothing. The others immediately went silent, not daring to say another word. At the same time, I reached the center of the pool. I felt surges of heat rushing up, washing over my feet, probing with my divine sense. I found the true spring at the center. The eye was like a bottomless valley, endlessly gushing fierce yang energy. I immediately dove to the spring's mouth. It was bottomless, beyond the reach of my divine sense. Helplessly, I could only sit cross-legged nearby and begin refining the divine light feather. For the first 3 days, the 7 spirits waited in the distance. After 2 more days, everyone except Qian entered the water to bathe. My yang energy was now overflowing. The leaked energy greatly benefited the spirits. Because of this, the 6 spiders stayed in the pool day and night. They didn't want to leave for a second. 2 more days passed. Qian was somewhat shocked. He can actually stay down there that long? I have to cultivate as well. She finally entered the water too. 81 days passed in a flash. By now, the 7 sisters looked deeply worried. A black dragon had discovered Bixia Pool. Even the mountain god was no match. He had been severely injured. When the dragon saw the sisters, he was stunned. Lust slowly filled his eyes. These spirits are quite beautiful. I've been practicing in the spring, and it's been quite lonely. You shall be my handmaidens, and bathe with me. The girls turned deathly pale. Dragons are lustful by nature. If they fell into his hands, they'd be nothing more than playthings. The mountain god silently backed away, clearly refusing to get involved. Qian recognized the dragon's status. Though dragons are lowly to high gods, bullying local spirits and rogue demons like them was more than easy for him. Besides, this dragon prince was known as the top immortal below the tribulation, with ties to the Dragon King of Bibopool. They simply couldn't afford to offend him. Qian lowered her voice and told Ziyan, "Wake up, friendly. I'll try to stall the dragon for a bit, so we can escape. Forget about this pool." But just then, the dragon realized someone was in the pool. He reached out his claw to snatch them out. Qian didn't hesitate. She drew her sword and struck the claw. Ziyan dove into the pool. The dragon was furious.
He swiped his claw at Qian.
She blocked with her sword, but the blade snapped instantly. She coughed up blood and flew back. "I'll kill you first as an example, so the others will listen." The dragon spat a blast of divine fire, a tornado rushing toward Qian. She frantically sprayed silver silk to block the fire, but it was futile. At the critical moment, Bixia Pool exploded. Amidst the flames, a figure soared from the water, radiating intense heat. He stood before Qian in a flash. "You're not the only one with divine fire." Just as I spoke, I exhaled a stream of flames, clashing head-on with the dragon's fire. Before everyone's eyes, the golden flames melted the dragon's fire away. The flame flew up like a small sun, engulfing the dragon's massive body. Qian saw this and was shocked. "You mastered divine fire?" I reached out to her, supporting her frail body. A blush crept onto Qian's face. "Your yang body evolved too, thanks to your divine feather." I secretly checked my info in the bestiary. After 81 days in Bixia Pool, my cultivation jumped a whole level. I'm now 1 step from the earth immortal realm. More importantly, while in the pool, I absorbed traces of the golden crow bloodline. My yang body became a golden crow divine body, and my spirit fire evolved into divine fire, known as Jiang divine fire. The girls gathered around. "Li Tian, if you're not sure, we should just leave. Ziyan is right. The dragon is the top immortal below the tribulation.
He's been at the peak of Earth immortal for a century.
With his dragon bloodline, he's not to be underestimated." I look up at the sky. The clouds have cleared. Zhuanlong doesn't seem very hurt. The myriad spirits almanac starts flipping itself, inviting Zhuanlong, a natural dragon clan bloodline. The dragon clan has 2 ancestors. Both are innate deities. The first is Zulong. The second is Candle Dragon. Zhuanlong is a descendant of Candle Dragon, but his bloodline has faded, still has a divine beast body. Physically extremely strong, excels at breathing fire. Divine beasts have no fatal weak point. Every part of a dragon is precious. Its flesh boosts energy and vitality. Its scales can be made into armor. Dragon tendons, bones, and pearls are all premium celestial materials. Zhuanlong roars in fury, then transforms into a man. He looks down on me from above. That's right, Prince here is the top immortal under the tribulation. I find that kind of funny. Refine the void, become one with the Tao. Cross the tribulation, ascend. That's when you truly become an immortal. You're just an earth immortal. Haven't improved at all in 100 years. Yet you call yourself an immortal. You're asking for it. Zhuanlong is fuming mad. He throws a punch straight at me. I don't back away. I charge right at him. Our fists clash. The whole mountain ridge shakes. Xian and the others can hardly believe their eyes. Qian mutters. They say Zhuanlong's body is insanely tough, capable of moving mountains and rivers. Li Tian can actually go toe-to-toe with him. Fellow Daoist Li's body has transformed now. It's no longer just the Yang spirit body. It's become another kind of divine physique. You have to know, in these three realms, physiques are ranked from weak to strong. Mortal, spiritual, divine, sage, and Dao body. Our Pan-Silk Cave has the Taiyan Venom Pearl bloodline, so that makes us a spirit body kind of human. But originally, we evolved out of countless spiders and took human form. That's actually what many creatures dream of. Even being spirit-born is super rare. Divine bodies are even rarer. Zhuanlong is a born divine beast. He's got a divine body. In battles below heavenly immortals, physical strength is a huge advantage. That's why he dominates all of Western Ox continent. Even if Li is also a divine body, but Zhuanlong's rank is a whole realm higher. Right then, Zhuanlong turns back into his dragon form. I chase after him closely, punching his dragon body again and again. The mountain god nearby is stunned. Such an insanely strong divine body. Did he somehow get the ancient Golden Crow bloodline from Bixia Pool and become a Golden Crow divine body? Just how strong is the Golden Crow bloodline? His father is Emperor Jun. His mother is Zi. Both born divine beings. Legends say they were ancient primal deities, right below the highest saints in rank. Even Zhuanlong is stunned. What kind of physique is that? How can he compete with me? I'm your daddy. With that, I throw another punch. Zhuanlong gets blasted away. Being humiliated like this by a human, he quickly uses his signature Zhuanlong seal. I cast the mountain refining art right away, summoning a 50 Jiangtol mountain instantly. The mountain god below is totally shocked. He remembers when I killed Yu Mingi. My mountain refining art was only just starting out then. And it's only been a bit over 3 months. How did I get this strong? As the mountain crashes down on Zhuanlong, he's actually scared. He tries to run. Weren't you trying to seize control just now? And forcing us to leave? Why run now? I chase him with the red sun sword in hand. Slice off his scales one by one.
The 7 demons see this.
All widen their eyes in shock. Li Tian actually beat Zhuanlong. Our sisters are so lucky to meet such a strong man. If not for him, we might not have even escaped with our lives. At this moment, I land in front of them with a huge piece of dragon meat. That guy ran too fast. Only hacked off a few 100 pounds of meat. Xian, Lanyan, Bian, Wanyan, Chenyan. Dancers bring tea and give back rubs and massages. Give me the hero top-notch treatment. Qingyan sits with eldest sister Qian at the side, helping her recover. That night, the mountain god and earth god suddenly show up. After some greetings, the mountain god brings out a medicine gourd. This is a celestial pill from heaven. Only spiritual grade though, but it's great healing for earth immortals. I'll gift it to the young ladies to help them recover. Called fairy by a spirit deity. My wife and daughters feel flattered. Earth god looks at me. Why not officially become Dao partners with the ladies? It would be the envy of many.
Hearing this,
The ladies shyly glance my way. But then Qian suddenly kneels down. Li, I know you're gifted. Your fortune is unique. One day you'll reach the true Dao. If you marry us, it might harm your future. But if you'd protect our sisters, we'd be honored to call you our leader and devote ourselves to you, letting you run Pan-Silk Cave. How about that? Then they all kneel behind Qian, all acting sweet and obedient. I'm really surprised by this. Didn't expect Qian to lower herself. and hand over all their property. I really don't have a reason to refuse. Anyway, the scripture quest hasn't started yet. There are still 300 years before Laka Mountain is doomed. Before that, sticking with the 7 demon ladies is actually safer. Things might change, but chances are they're part of the 81 tribulations. Before that, I have to help these demon girls break the cycle.
I walk up to Xian.
Take her hand, guide her back to her seat. For a moment, Qian, the eldest, is extra shy. Suddenly, she seems to recall something. Li Gongzi, rumor has it. Zhuanlong is tied to the 10,000 generation Dragon King of Bibo Lake. We've offended her now. She's bound to take revenge. She's just using the Dragon King's title, trying to act tough. If she could really summon the Dragon King, that'd be a joke. Today, Xuanlong got blasted by the mountain refining art, pinned down by over a dozen red sun sword lights. I chased him all the way to Lion Camel Ridge, westward. But dragon tribes are natural cloud riders. I can't catch up. Even though my golden crow breath technique is fast, it still can't match dragons flying on clouds. He'll need 100 days to heal. I bet he'll hide out somewhere remote. Earth God, can you help track him down? I can ask my colleagues, but I can only find a general area. That's good enough. Soon after, Mountain God and Earth God leave. Xian and the other 6 all show filial piety, letting eldest Qian spend the night with me alone. I take Qian to the bedside, blow out all the candles. Let's have our wedding night. At the same time, Zhuanlong flees in the darkness and only dares rest at a remote mountainside. But before he can heal, suddenly laughter erupts in the sky. Where'd this little dragon come from? Not bad bloodline. You should taste good. A giant claw reaches from the clouds and grabs him up. Zhuanlong looks up and sees the golden-winged ROC. The monster king can't even beg for mercy. Soon after, the ROC flies to an immortal mountain and tosses Zhuanlong at its foot. Princess, I've returned. We share the same bloodline. If we became Dao partners, we could revive the phoenix's old glory. Sweep across all the realms. This little dragon is delicious. Please enjoy, princess. A maid hurriedly rushes to Peafowl Princess and reports what happened. The ROC just leaves Xuanlong and flies away. Peafowl Princess looks annoyed. Just ignore him. Let that Xuanlong go. Yes. But Xuanlong is badly hurt. The princess walks up to him. Seeing him covered in wounds, she sighs slightly. Let him stay for a few days. Eat vegetarian and chant sutras on the mountain. Maybe it'll calm his murderous aura. The Peacock Princess is the daughter of the Buddhist Peacock King. She was enlightened since childhood. She doesn't like killing. Because of that, she chose to live here, near Emerald Peak by Lion Camel Ridge, full of demons, just wishing to protect the people here from evil spirits. The next morning, I was still drifting in a dreamy state when I heard an alert from the Myriad Spirits Atlas. Successfully recorded lunar venom pearl, giving me 7,000 years of cultivation. So-called cultivation depth. Shows a cultivator's level of insight. It also affects the power of magic and abilities. Now, my cultivation has reached 10,000 years. To others, priceless things earned over a lifetime are easily within reach for me with the Myriad Spirits Atlas. So what exactly is this atlas? At that moment, Qi Yan gently said, "Young master, it's time for us to go." Soon, Qi Yan and I arrived at Clear Dawn Pool. The other 6 sisters were already waiting there, even after just one night. Sister looks even more stunning today. Honestly, I'm jealous you got to be with Lord Li Tian last night. Qi Yan blushed bright red and couldn't help scolding them. Then she walked to my side. I fully mastered fusion of form and Tao. In other words, she's now a peak Earth immortal. So that means, dear, you're just one step away from becoming a heavenly immortal. Qi Yan smiled bitterly. Just one step. But that one step is what traps countless cultivators, sometimes even destroying them. Besides, my cultivation is perfect, but my techniques aren't complete yet. I remembered the natural Dao markings by the spring at Clear Dawn Pool, so I took her down to the bottom with me. Around the spring, I saw some strange, blurry symbols etched there. Just one glance at the inscriptions, and I was deeply drawn in, so I sat down cross-legged, focused my mind, and placed it upon the markings, and started to comprehend. It's a remnant fire law from the Golden Crow. I just glanced at it and immediately understood it. Then I went deeper into the spring and found a stone chamber hidden below. Above the chamber, a ceiling formation was set, with traces of Golden Crow bloodline within. So it turns out Clear Dawn Pool isn't unclaimed land. Who set the seal here? Baimu Demon Lord from Wanghua Temple. Or maybe Palampo Bodhisattva. Whoever it was. I sat down right there and started examining the formation. To my surprise, it had 36 layers of restrictions. As time passed, I solved one formation pattern, then 9 of them, and entered the path of formations. I ended up mastering 81 patterns, becoming a formation master. 2 months flew by. The first restriction was finally broken. In the next second, pure immortal energy poured in. I quickly activated my formation manual, absorbing all the energy into my body. My body cultivation and spells all improved at that moment. After destroying the restrictions around Clear Dawn Pool, some of the energy mixed into the pool above. My wife and daughters bathing themselves were all delighted. Such powerful energy. What is Li Tian doing down there? Qian shook her head. He's just meditating on Tao by the spring, absorbing the energy to nourish his strength. After 2 months, Qian finally mastered the Tao markings completely. That's when I burst out from the water. My wife and daughters all gathered around. They kept asking about the energy. I gave them a simple explanation. Right then, about 3 miles away, the land god's voice called out. They found the hidden black dragon. So I went alone to Lion Camel Ridge. When I battled the black dragon before, I'd left a tracking mark on him. As long as he's within 10 miles, I can sense his exact spot. In just 2 months, the black dragon's wounds had totally healed. He swallowed a monster who's cultivated for centuries to regain his strength. All thanks to the Peacock Princess. Princesses can be so different. My cousin Princess Wan has a heart of stone, but that Peacock Princess is a Buddhist. Kept making me munch on wild plants. At least she's easy to trick. Suddenly, a red sword beam slashed down from the sky, cutting the black dragon across his belly, right where my mark was. I didn't give him a chance to run, striking again and again until he was badly wounded. Hearing that, the black dragon gave up all hope. When he turned, a giant golden claw grabbed him. I squeezed my hand and killed the black dragon instantly. Successfully recorded black dragon gaining 2,300 years of cultivation and a trace of fire fate. Now my understanding of fire laws reached the borrowed path level. I glanced at the many female cultivators below. Since they've already decided to stand aside, they probably won't come bother me again. With that in mind, I used my skill to quickly strip meat from bone. Once I finished and was about to leave, the Peacock Princess called out from below, "Young human up in the sky, stay right there. Come down and chat with me for a bit." "Okay," I replied cautiously. "Thanks for the offer, Princess, but I have urgent business. I'm really pressed for time." But in the next moment, a divine light appeared beneath my feet. "I have 3 volumes of immortal arts. I sincerely invite you to take a look." "I mean no harm. If you're really too busy, then it's fine." Looking at the divine light below me, I could tell this really was someone who'd achieved true immortality. She could easily take me down, so I had no choice but to land in front of the Peacock Princess. But at first glance, I was stunned. Even though I usually hang out with 7 beauties at Spider Cave, my heart still skipped a beat. In front of my Peacock Princess, why not pay your respects? Hearing that title, it reminded me of a certain story. The beautiful village girl at the foot of Lion Camel Ridge who pointed the way for travelers seeking enlightenment. That gorgeous lady in a jeweled gown, with her elegant regal dress. So many folk used to dream of marrying her. The myriad spirits atlas opens at random. Saint Peacock, the first peacock to ever exist, born from the energies of the 5 elements, nurtured by heaven and earth itself. That means innate divine blood, meant to command the 5 elemental Taos. There's no weakness for her. But if you're touched by her divinity, the blood of the peacock is marked by the heavens, robbing your luck and bringing endless karma. I bowed in respect. Li Tian greets the princess. "You're too kind, Li Tian. I have 3 sets of immortal arts here, all originating from Buddhism. You need compassion to wield them. Only then do they show their true power. The first technique is the light-fixing finger. The second, the soul-calming chant. The third, the treasure-dropping art. They're all lower-tier techniques, but still pretty rare. I was very confused. So generous. Just giving away immortal arts? That made me extra cautious. So I probed with a question. What does the princess want in return? Of the 3 immortal arts, you can pick anyone, Li Tian. The light-fixing finger binds the body, making your enemy unable to move. The soul-calming chant targets the soul, making your mind sluggish while chanting, and feel sleepy, with no will to fight. The treasure-dropping art uses your own treasure as a medium. During a fight, this art forces your opponent's treasure to fall away. Just like that, the Peacock Princess offered these 3 techniques. And of course she had reasons. All of them subdue people, but don't harm or kill. The meaning is simple: stop fighting. I thought it over seriously. The treasure-dropping art requires using your own magic tool as a medium. That's an easy pass. The light-fixing finger holds the body, soul-calming targets the soul. So one works on the body, the other the mind. I considered it for a moment, and chose the light-fixing finger, compared to the soul-calming chant, which just makes people weak and dazed. I'd rather have the light-fixing finger. That simply freezes your enemy in place, then crush them with a mountain or 2. So satisfying? The immortal art turned into a stream of light and flew right into my brow. With 10,000 years of cultivation, I instantly gained insight about it. Right away, I pointed at a nearby maid. Even though that maid was an earth immortal too, she still couldn't break free after I hit her. Hey, that's really rude of you. Our princess gave you immortal arts, and you use it on me? I'm lifting the light-fixing finger spell. I gave an awkward smile. Couldn't help myself. Just wanted to try. Please don't take offense. The Peacock Princess looked a bit surprised. Mastered an immortal technique in such a short time, and can immobilize people of the same level. Such high talent. But your light-fixing finger is just at the beginner's level right now. If you master it fully, you could probably freeze a celestial while only being an earth immortal. Thank you, Princess, for teaching me this method. I'll make good use of it. I won't let you down. I can pretty much guess it. The Peacock Princess must admire my abilities. That's why she gave me this spell to win me over. I hope that's true. With your talent, you'll make a name for yourself in Western Niuajo, and maybe in the whole 3 realms. Remember, heaven values life. Avoid unnecessary killing. Life is full of suffering. Turning back is salvation. Seeing that she believes in me so much, I spoke up solemnly. I've heard there's a Buddhist saying, lay down your sword and become a Buddha instantly. I will definitely follow the Buddha's teachings. With my 3-foot sword, I'll slay all demons and evil spirits. The Peacock Princess was stunned for a second. She felt something was off. But seeing I seemed enlightened, she was still very happy. I was secretly pretty pleased with myself. Lucky to earn the princess's favor. If I get a chance to get closer, I'll have a strong backing. As for laying down the sword and becoming a Buddha, I just said it casually. Anyway, I Li Tian use a sword. Putting down knives has nothing to do with me. I'll take my leave now. The Peacock Princess even invited me to hear her preach Buddhism. So 2.5 hours later, I said goodbye to her and returned to Luoju Mountain. I had just reached the spider cave when Qian looked me up and down. Young master, you've been gone for 3 or 4 days. Did you find the Zhuanlong? I directly pulled out a big piece of dragon meat. Time to cook it up. Tonight, we'll have dragon liver with wine. The women suddenly realized that Zhuanlong had already been killed by Li Tian. Then I took a few pieces of dragon liver and meat, and personally went to the mountain and land god's temples. The land god looked both honored and nervous, but then he sighed. Why is the land god sighing? Only golden immortals can refine immortal spiritual energy, blend it with their own Tao luck, and make golden cores. That's the best kind of immortal pill. After taking it, not only does your power grow, but you can also absorb the creator's luck. Like learning directly from a master. Helps a lot with enlightenment. Hearing this, I hurried back to the spider cave. Told Qian about it. For the next few days, I set up a protective formation over Luoju Mountain. Even the strongest earth immortal can't break it. But as I was leaving, Qian grabbed my hand. Young master, let me go with you. He looked determined. So I agreed. The other 6 women wanted to come too, but Qian scolded them away. After everything was arranged, I took Qian straight to the state of Juzi, near Juzi State. I saw lots of cultivators coming to kill monsters. People below were suffering terribly. Of course, the cultivators could see it, but they needed to check in with Master Zhuanyang first. Otherwise, even if they killed the monsters, who would give them credit? So the people below thought they'd be saved. But actually, the immortals above just ignored them. They watched as the monsters devoured people alive. As a true man of the 21st century, of course I couldn't stand that. I raised my Qiang sword and charged into the demon horde. Heads of monsters started flying everywhere. Qian quickly followed. We fought side by side, killing monsters and saving people the whole way. About half an hour later, the land god from Luoju Mountain finally hurried up. He handed me his celestial dew. Sorry, I'm late. Friend Qian. After you two kill the monsters, leave the monster blood on this immortal road, and your credit will be recorded. The land god didn't leave either. He stayed to help, all the way till nightfall. The first day of monster slaying was over. Qian looked down, and the celestial dew in her hand had changed color. Now it was stained with the blood of at least 1,000 monsters. She was a bit excited, but when she saw how tired I looked, her pretty eyes dimmed a bit. The land god next to us gave a wry smile. Saving people. Just do your best. I'll head over to Master Zhuanyang now. These points can be exchanged for Zhuanyang golden pills every day. Take this magical immortality pill, and you'll recover no matter how tired you are. Before long, Master Zhuanyang was handing out Zhuanyang pills in Juzi City. Someone named Rulinzi got 49 pills. No one else got more than 3. Right then, the land god showed up before Zhuanyang. You know, it's not just rare for a ghost god to bring in pills. It's basically unheard of. The people from Rulin Mountain couldn't help sneering. What a showy entrance. Even ordering ghost gods around. In our Juzi state, there are even people this bold? Maybe they're just embarrassed to show up. The land god immediately shouted, Li Tian is stationed in Anfeng City, protecting the people. He didn't come in person, because he fought all day long. And he's exhausted. How funny this land god talks. Aren't we all fighting all day? Who's not tired? Everyone around started laughing. Master Zhuanyang frowned. Is it Li Tian who came? Reporting to Master, yes. It's Li Tian. The laughter stopped instantly. It was Li Tian who came to kill the monsters, along with Xian from Luoju Mountain. The two just arrived near Anfeng City and saw monsters killing humans. They didn't pay respects first, just started slaying evil right away. I was a bit slow delivering the celestial dew, so much credit wasn't recorded. Sorry about that. With that, he presented a piece of celestial dew stained red by demons. But the other cultivators around weren't happy. Everyone came to help, obviously, for Master Zhuanyang and the pills. But they all act righteous on the surface, just for appearances. When they arrived, the first thing they did was greet Master Zhuanyang and get celestial dew from the ghost gods. No exceptions. But what I did was called out in public, basically slapping everyone in the face. Lindsay I forced a smile. I bet this Li Tian has killed tons of demons. I'd actually like to get to know him. Master Zhuanyang smiled. You guys are actually connected. He's the one who killed Yumingzi. And technically, you owe someone for dealing with your sex traitor. Rulinzi froze on the spot. His face went stiff. Li Tian and Xian slew 1,331 monsters. As Master Zhuanyang finished speaking, he looked a bit surprised too. But the credits are already recorded. That's the Heavenly Court's system, so there's no faking it. Everyone started chattering loudly. Are these two already celestial immortals?
Hearing all the praise around him,
Rulinzi's face twitched several times. The 7 disciples of Rulinzi Mountain all looked terrible. Yumingzi was killed by Li Tian. Letting someone else handle your own sect business is basically getting slapped in public. And their proud demon-slaying records are nothing compared to Kishin. For a while, all 7 from Rulin Mountain were red-faced. They started holding a grudge. Master Zhuanyang handed over 168 Zhuanyang pills to the Earth Deity. The Earth Deity put the pills into the universe pouch. Then he said his goodbyes. Not long after, the Earth Deity brought the pills to me right away. as I felt the Tao energy within them. Qian's heart was pounding with excitement. The earth deity then told me everything that happened in Juzi City in detail. I waved it off and said it's fine. You are speaking up for me. But those fellow disciples of Rulin are worth being wary of. Then I started handing out pills. The earth deity firmly refused to take any.
He said the heavenly court would reward him later.
Qian only took 10 pills for now. After we each took a pill, we sat down to refine its energy. With my advanced Tao power, eating Zhuanyang pills was like eating beans. I just kept popping them into my mouth one after another. My power and luck grew fast. It was around midnight. I looked over the Book of All Spirits. Now, my Tao years reached 18,900. On the book, ancient characters glowed brightly. Shanghai Huai River, one of the 4 poisons of the mortal realm. The Huai River flows endlessly, since ancient times without end. It gave rise to countless monsters and demons, and endless spirits. I stood in the pouring rain. Even the river on the book grew deeper in color. That's when I realized the Book of All Spirits could even collect rivers. And it was super easy. Just touch it. Then a woman rushed over to me, excited. I am the princess of Juzi Kingdom. My name is Su Wanning. If you hadn't saved us today, Anfeng City would have been lost. Immortal, I have a bold request. Will you teach me the Tao? Though my sword skills are top tier in Juzi Kingdom, against demons, mortal strength just isn't enough. I shook my head. Most of the people here today, even those who seem to fly or vanish, are really just Tao cultivators with some magic. None of us are true immortals. But I could make you a deal instead. With this pill, mortals live longer and make their bodies as strong as can be. You'd be able to kill monsters yourself. Su Wanning got a little excited. What do you want in return? Your insights into swordsmanship. Su Wanning took the Zhuanyang golden pill. She believed the man before her was truly virtuous. I gently touched her forehead, and the moment I touched her soul, the Book of All Spirits in me reacted again. Soul sword masters, reincarnate again and again. Their core never changes, and so they are eternal. Those with a sword soul live through countless lifetimes. Even if memories are wiped each time by Lady Meng, their sword skills still grow, reaching the hidden secrets of the sword Tao. When they die, their sword soul enters rebirth. Successfully recorded a sword soul, gained a sword Tao seed. I never expected that Juzi Princess was the reincarnation of a sword soul. When she came to, Su Wanning was a bit embarrassed. No matter how good my sword play, it's still just a mortal sword. Yet I got an immortal's golden pill for it. Thank you, immortal master. I couldn't help but laugh and cry. I should be thanking you. Next, I had her take the Zhuanyang golden pill. I stood guard for her on the side. Toward midnight, a giant beast with 9 heads looked greedily down at the land. Under its pressure, all below celestial rank were in agony. The earth deity's voice trembled. Now, this Jiyin is only golden immortal level. Not sure if Master Zhuanyang can resist. But as soon as he finished, Master Zhuanyang was losing. But then, the peacock princes appeared. Jiyin roared with rage. You, a holy spirit, are protecting these weak humans. Shameful. Buddha shows mercy by subduing demons. The peacock princess and Master Zhuanyang joined forces. That should be enough to handle Jiyin. Even if they can't kill it, they can stall it. Jiyin let out a strange roar and ordered all monsters to hunt humans again. But since this rain came from the Huai River, all cultivators' powers weakened fast. Most soon scattered and fled. In this battle, many cultivators watched Qian. They had thought, all my victories were thanks to Qian. But with the Xiang sword in my hand, I charged at the monsters and began my slaughter. The sword Tao seed from Su Wanning quickly sprouted in me as my demon-slaying skills grew. My sword moved even faster. People were all shocked by that level of skill.
Each slash
Drew demon blood. With every cut, my swordsmanship sharpened further. Su Wanning sighed nearby. His sword heart is clear. No wonder he's an immortal master. What took me decades, he mastered in just hours. By dawn, the monster wave was nearly over. But after I pierced the demon before me, I charged deeper into the horde. My body started to show bad luck. Seeing this, the other cultivators were shaken. He's really seeking the Tao. He's using demons and monsters to ask the Tao. No one had ever seen a Terran like this. He was just entry-level unity with Tao. But his power could even crush those at its peak. No one had seen a man dive solo into thousands of monsters to seek the Tao through killing. The monsters grew furious. How dare this human look down on us? Kill him and eat his flesh. Destroy his soul. Let him never reincarnate. With that, countless demons lunged at me. Qian panicked for a second, clenching her fist nervously. Then, a piercing sword ring shattered the air, shaking the land for miles. Heaven and earth were alerted. Su Wanning cried out, "This is heaven and man as one." Li Daoist is the master of the sword Tao, one of the 3,000 paths. The other cultivators were stunned. The Tao under heaven is endless, with 3,000 paths, the 4-9 heavenly way, and countless minor ways. But the 3,000 paths are the true eternal ways. Their power rivals the heavenly Tao. In fact, they might even be stronger. Your sword Tao seed sprouted, and your swordsmanship truly began. You reached the level of seeing the Tao, feeling the transformational changes inside. I went all out. My sword light shot up to the skies, slaying 200 or 300 demons in seconds. At last, the monsters got terrified. They fled in all directions. The siege that lasted several hours ended right then. I swallowed a Zhuanyan golden pill, restoring my nearly empty spirit power. Xian rushed forward, face pale, full of worry. You took too big a risk. I have my ways to survive. No need to worry. Other cultivators came over too, bowing with cupped fists. Thanks, Brother Li. Without you, this city was lost for sure. When Master Zhuanyang returns, we'll be clear about this credit. I couldn't help but wonder. I wonder how Master Zhuanyang is doing over there. The Earth deity explained. Battles at Golden Immortal level are pure clashes of Tao power. World-shaking stuff. Really dangerous. Master Zhuanyang and the Peacock Princess must have driven Jiyin away. We just have to slay demons, save people, and wait for news. Just then, a man flew in from the distance. Which one of you is fellow Daoist Li Tian? I'm Zhu Jincheng. The monster wave over there has lasted 3 days straight. Still hasn't ended. Our friend Qi slew a celestial in day 1. So you must be extraordinary. Please hurry back with me and help. Everyone was a bit surprised. Most of our people were stationed there. It shouldn't be like this. The man gave a wry smile. Aside from your side, the other 3 cities are all asking for help. We've sent out a lot of our people. And those demons are super tricky. They know there are the most mortals in Juzi City, so they're attacking even harder there. I agreed right away. I nodded to Qian, told him not to worry. Soon, I reached the outskirts of Juzi City. I stopped and called out to everyone. This spot isn't great. If you're up to something shady, it's easy to get caught. You must be Yu Mingzi's fellow disciples, right? As I spoke, I drew my sword and slashed around. Immediately, 7 figures appeared one by one. I'm a cultivator from Rulin Mountain. My Dao name is Rulinzi. Yu Ming is my unworthy disciple who I expelled? But it's not your place to kill him. You young folks have guts? Get ready to pay for blood with blood. Rulinzi thought he had me cornered, but the next second, with one sword swing, I killed 6 of his disciples. Rulinzi was totally stunned. At this point,
He didn't dare hold anything back.
he set up his grand talisman array. I poured all my magic into Qiang's sword, with a roar from the Tao itself. The talisman array was instantly wiped from existence, and Rulinzi was skewered straight through with my sword. After I looted all their gear to prevent them faking death, I even reduced their corpses to dust. Back at Anfeng City, I told Qian and Tudegong about it. At that moment, Shan Yang Zhenren's voice came from above. The calamity is over. You all can gather at Kan City.
Inside Juzi City?
Shan Yang Zhenren heard from the city spirit that I killed 7 from Rulin Mountain. Anfeng City's Tudegong stepped up to explain. It was Rulinzi and his group who had evil plans. They tricked Friend Li to come out, tried to kill him and steal his treasures. But he turned the tables and killed them instead. Rulinzi and his crew got what they deserved. Everyone saw it happen. Cultivators in Anfang City all spoke up for me as witnesses. Princess Peacock looked at me too. He had a touch more merit than a few days ago. It proves Rulinzi and his lot were actually sinful hypocrites. Xuan Yang Zhenren was stunned to hear this. Seems the princess pays extra attention to Li Tian. Princess Peacock didn't hide it. I met him at Kui Ping Mountain. Fellow Daos Li is fated with my Buddha. I once taught him the Dharma. As soon as she finished, everyone looked at me with envy. Princess Peacock belongs to Ling Shan, so her teaching means there's a great chance to join Buddhism and cultivate. With Ling Shan's huge backing,
Honestly.
even a mouse from Ling Shan can run wild all over Shinyu Hejo. But now your killing aura has gotten a lot stronger. Remember, lay down your blade and become a Buddha. Always keep that in mind. Thanks for standing up for me, princess. Right and wrong must be clearly distinguished. I cupped my hands to thank her. She gave me an encouraging look, then turned to Xuan Yang Zhenren. Now that the disaster is over, Zhenren, I won't stay any longer. Until next time. As soon as she finished, she turned into 5-colored divine light and sped west in an instant. Suddenly, a loud voice rang out from the sky. Xuan Yang Zhenren, let the biggest contributors go to the cloud for rewards. Xuan Yang Zhenren checked the immortal records. Li Tian and Qian killed 2,982 demons. Top credit this time.
Then,
Xuan Yang Zhenren took us up to the clouds. Jing now only had one head left. His powers dropped to early celestial immortal. He became Zhang Wuxing Chun's mount. After greeting Zan Wuxing Jun, he finally looked at me. I've heard you slaughtered your own kind and hang out with a monster. Your heart isn't strong enough. You'll never amount to much. This Xuan Yuan pill is priceless. But how about using it as rain and sharing it with the followers below? Seeing this, Xuan Yang Zhenren was furious but didn't dare speak. Qian felt even more upset. I secretly squeezed his hand, telling him it's okay. After all this, Zan Wuxing Jun rode Jing and soared away. Xuan Yang Zhenren clenched his teeth in anger. Who would have thought? Heaven is more rotten than any human royal court. You came on my orders, but had to suffer all this. It's all my fault. I've let you down. There are over 2,000 Zhuan Yang golden pills in this bottle. Divide them by merit, with the cultivators down below. This immortal talisman will guide you to Xian Mountain. There's a chance waiting for you there, just as I was about to refuse. Xuan Yang Zhenren looked ashamed and flew away on the clouds. Back in Juzi City, I finished handing out the pills. Qian and I kept over 300 for ourselves. I gave half of mine to Qian, so he could take them to Luoju Mountain for training with his sisters. I followed the directions on the talisman. Unlimited cataclysms are truly scary. If you want to avoid disaster, it's said you must follow a sage to be safe. But after the last great calamity, sages won't leave the 3 realms, so beings have to find shelter from a great power instead. After seeing Zhou and Wuxing Chun's arrogance, I had to seriously think about this. In this journey to the West era, the 2 biggest forces, Buddhism and Taoism, never actually fought hard. This great disaster may be called a Buddhist-Taoist struggle, but really it's more like both sides working together, laying out a huge, thorough game. They plan against heaven, earth, and all beings. Damn, times have changed. No matter how hard you train, there's no future. Look at Sun Wukong, best example. Sworn brothers with the 7 great sages, leading endless demons, unbeatable among hundreds of thousands of troops, even fought their way through the 9th heaven, but in the end still failed at the finish line. In my current situation, Princess Peacock is definitely my best ticket. Better hold on to her support for now. Right at that moment, a giant claw suddenly swiped at me. I instantly blocked with my golden crow spell. Jing, with only 1 head left, showed its true form. I already sensed your golden crow bloodline. That Zan Wuxing Jun let me come here on purpose, so I could eat you and recover, and then follow him to the celestial palace. Instead of getting mad, I laughed. You're just in time. If I kill you down here, I wonder how that old dog will feel. With that, I used my full golden crow power and charged straight at Jing. Jing roared in anger, not expecting I'd try to outmuscle him.
he swung his neck at me right away.
Boom! Blood seeped from Jing's teeth. I got knocked flying. I unleashed Jiang's sacred fire, activated my sword seed in my spirit palace, and sliced open Jing's flesh with one sword. Jing howled in pain. Damn! A little earth immortal actually injured me. You're just an ant by the Huai River. A beast that's been slaughtered countless times. Hearing that, Jing screeched like a stepped-on cat. He started yelling nonsense. I filled Qiang's sword with my power again. As an earth immortal, I forced myself to go all out. My sword skills are pushing it a bit. But with my blade aimed at Jing, he was so scared his eyes bulged. He twisted his body trying to run. Let's see if you're faster than my sword. A blade of light swept for miles. Sword leveled, I cut down the great fiend. Jing was scared to death.
He looked up and roared out loud.
Save me, master. I'm the Mount of Star Lord Zhenwu. How dare you kill me?
Hearing this,
I just chopped off Jing's last head. Successfully recorded the ancient beast Jing. Gained 9,000 years of cultivation. Obtained Jing's core magic, the 9 lives spell. Gained a lot of fire Dao fortune. Meanwhile, Star Lord Zhenwu felt it. His connection with Jing suddenly broke. Damn it, how dare you kill my mount? When he followed the trail and found a battlefield with lingering magic fluctuations, he only saw the broken corpse on the peak. It was the dead Jing. You have some nerve to kill Jing. After that, I hurried to Mount Kuiping, asking Princess Peacock to heal me, and told her about Master Zhuanyang's gift. But right at this moment, Star Lord Zhenwu chased after me. Princess Peacock blocked him aside and turned to look at me. Did you do something against the heavenly rules? You should know that this lady here is from the Buddhist Lingshan in the West, the daughter of Bodhisattva Mahamayuri. Star Lord Zhenwu is absolutely nothing in front of that Bodhisattva, so I wasn't afraid at all. Exalted immortal, why did you come on a cloud? Didn't Jing become your mount? Why isn't it with you? Star Lord Zhenwu trembled with anger, trying hard to hold it in. Kid, I'll remember you. The 3 realms are huge, but the heavenly court rules them all. You can't escape my grasp. Then he just flew away on a cloud. Princess Peacock was a bit confused. How did you offend him again? I didn't hide anything, and told her the whole story. Princess Peacock looked up at the sky. The great Tao is vast, and the immortal journey is long. Talent alone doesn't guarantee success. Becoming a heavenly immortal isn't the end. It's just the beginning. Your talent and insight are truly rare. This is your biggest advantage, but to cultivate smoothly and go further, it's still far from enough. If you are willing, I can introduce the Buddhist aura to you to make up for your flaws and help you go further and steadier. I'm not interested in being a monk. Besides, I already have a family. Princess Peacock didn't say much more and gently tapped my forehead. Your merit is enough to form a golden light. You just don't know the method. I can teach you the Buddhist way to form it, to give you a helping hand. Consider it a gift. You don't need to join Buddhism or become a monk.
Hearing this,
I finally felt relieved. Thank you, Princess. So it's completely free. Freebies make me happy. But shortly after the teaching was done, a 3rd vertical eye appeared on my forehead. Princess Peacock's face looked a bit weird. You opened the heavenly eye with your merit. Opening the A reveals divine sense. When I looked at Princess Peacock, I saw auspicious clouds gathered above her head. This eye can distinguish good from evil and see through true forms. Your injuries are fully healed, and your merit is solidified. Come with me to comprehend the chants. But right at this moment, the Book of All Spirits was triggered. I saw the Princess Peacock on the scroll. Suddenly got some color on one of her fingers. The recording has begun. I finally understood. It seems recording doesn't require consummation. Various forms of close contact can also advance the process. I stood next to Princess Peacock, traveling on her auspicious cloud. I couldn't help but glance sideways. Below her slender waist, with her black hair swaying, her waist and hip curves were absolutely perfect, exceptionally charming. Princess, what exactly is this chance? Princess Peacock didn't hide it. It's an ancient treasure, but only fragments remain. It contains endless magic and many ruins. Soon as we arrived, the golden-winged Peng came to greet us. Princess, you're finally here. It's been a few days, and I've missed you so much. Princess Peacock turned away in disgust. Pang, don't block my way. I was stunned. The one chasing her to no avail is the golden-winged Pang, also known as Pang of 10,000 miles. This powerful figure dares to fight the Buddha over a disagreement. Mainly speaking, Pang and Princess Peacock are related. In ancient times, Wenfeng took in yin and yang energies and laid 2 eggs. The ones that hatched were Peacock and Pang. Since she is the daughter of Kong Zhuan, they are actually uncle and niece. As I glanced at everyone present, the Book of All Spirits triggered 4 times. The golden-winged Pang, the 100-eyed demon lord, the Yalong cave fox, and a man in black. His true form was a 5-clawed golden dragon. The man in black looked at me. Why didn't Master Zhuanyang come? Princess Peacock explained for me. Master Zhuanyang was too busy to come. So he gave this chance to Li Tian.
He gained the top merit in fighting the Huai River demon tide.
The man in black obviously hadn't heard of me, but he still politely introduced himself. I am the Crown Prince of the West Sea. I instantly remembered. He was the Prince Meng in Journey to the West, who crushed the Blackwater River's 2 dragon. Although he only appeared once, the power he showed was extremely strong, especially with his silver spear. His martial arts were superb and unforgettable. I've heard so much about you. After chatting with him, Princess Peacock sent me a secret voice transmission. These joined the Star Lord's fight against Wujiki as the requested mortal aids. They are also qualified to grasp the chance later. Some of them are fierce demons, so make sure to be careful. Suddenly, a young girl urged rudely, since the heroes are all here, then hurry into the fragmented realm. The fragmented realm appeared, and everyone couldn't wait to enter first. After everyone went inside, the girl looked at me unhappily. Why are you still standing there? We were just waiting for you. I am here on my master's orders, to subdue Wujiki and distribute the chance. I'm almost done with the task. You're just a petty, earthly immortal with very weak magic. If you don't hurry up, the chance will be snatched up. Defeating Wujiki? Wasn't that Star Lord Zhenwu's credit? The girl looked disdainful. He's just a useless fool. He couldn't even defeat Wujiki. If I hadn't stepped in, this disaster wouldn't end for months. I asked again, who is your master? The girl was extremely arrogant, rolling her eyes up to the sky. Those Taiyi immortals are not qualified to know my master's name. And you want to know? I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. This is Mount Xian. I heard there is a 1,000 flowers cave here, where Bodhisattva Palampo cultivates in secret. Is she your master? The girl was stunned. How did you know? I deliberately lowered my voice. I have connections. Hearing this, she immediately understood. I see, because Bodhisattva Palampo once said, very few people in the world know her place. Even fewer have heard her name. And those who do are all top-tier figures of the golden immortal level in the 3 realms. And they are very close to her master. So you're one of us. The girl instantly changed her attitude. Your name is Li Tian, right? The Bodhisattva named me Yunming. Which immortal is your master? I showed a troubled look. Before I left, my master gave me orders, you know. Yunming felt even more friendly, thinking I was 9 times out of 10 just like her. A servant who gets scolded by a big shot when cultivating to their master's level. They all like to remain mysterious and don't easily get involved in earthly karma. Who wouldn't say so? So I asked about the opportunities in the remnant leaf. Given our relationship, I'll just tell you straight how to refine the remnant leaf into your own artifact. Keep the good stuff in the family. Now I see how it is. Master actually brought this treasure just for you. I was totally stunned. That's it. When I entered the world of remnant leaf, I first found Wujiki's corpse. As soon as I touched it, I claimed it. Gained a lot of water-type luck. Next was to understand the real opportunity here. After activating my heavenly eye, I realized this remnant leaf world is made of countless formations. Break the formations and you get the opportunity. Among these countless formations, the roots were maze-like. Only by choosing the right path can you find the source of the remnant leaf treasure and then refine it. After learning the route from Yunming, I quickly reached the first checkpoint. It took 2.5 days. I broke through the first 9th grade spiritual formation. After cracking the first 5 ninth grade formations, I felt ready to become a divine formation master. I used the heavenly eye to locate a high-grade divine formation and carefully stepped in. At the same time, Princess Peacock looked at me as I was lost in thought. She saw I'm still relentless. Her talent really is impressive. His skill in the vibration path isn't especially high or low, just a 7th grade level. Right now he's ranked 2nd among everyone here. Below him are the Devil Prince, Elder Fulong, and the 9-tailed fox. As for the golden-winged ROC in the vibration path, he's pretty mediocre, ranked last. Meanwhile, Lord Bermuda holds the top spot.
He actually grasped a 9th grade formation so fast.
Looks like he'll become a divine formation master soon. Princess Peacock's beautiful eyes couldn't hide her growing curiosity. 10 days flew by in the blink of an eye. I became a 1st grade divine formation master. If I get a chance, one should collect some powerful formation diagrams too, to set them up on Luoju Mountain for defense later. It'll really strengthen the mountain. I kept going, following the route and breaking formations. Time flies during cultivation. In the remnant leaf world, 1 generation is 3 years. I'm now a 4th grade divine formation master, and my cultivation reached the late Riverdao stage. Looking back, I realized I'd already passed the golden-winged ROC. The Devil Prince is just ahead. I wonder what's happening outside.
Logically,
Qian and the others are all fortune-blessed demon immortals. They should be fine. But thinking too much now doesn't help. 3 years after 3 more years, and 3 years again and again. Finally, I reached 7th grade Divine Formation Master, surpassing the Devil Prince, and caught up with Elder Fulong. Elder Fulong then walked up to me. Kid, after this point, it's all 7th grade Divine Formations. With your power, I'm afraid you'll get destroyed as soon as you step in. I pity you, little one. Getting this opportunity wasn't easy. But just as I refused, Elder Fulong suddenly used magic to pressure me.
you kid,
Don't want a toast, huh? Just then, the Devil Prince shattered the pressure on me with his spear. Old fox bullying a junior? Aren't you going too far? Elder Fulong's face looked dark. Devil Prince, what's your point here? Though Li Tian is just at the Earth Immortal stage. He was invited here by Master Zhuan Yang himself. And in this trial he's been very strong. Frankly, you just annoy me. What can you do? He's reached his limit. Want to keep moving ahead? You'll have to rely on my formation skills. Seeing them about to fight. I finally spoke up, since fate brought us together. Why not study the formations as a team? It's a lot faster than going it alone. The Devil Prince just wanted fairness, and this sounded good to him, so he agreed. Elder Fulong laughed heartily. Kid, you've got an eye for things. You'll definitely be somebody someday. Devil Prince, no need to be upset with me anymore. I admit I got a little hasty. From this moment on, we work together. We'll climb through these formations as one, reaching even greater heights. The spirit veins there will be much richer, and time will flow even slower. That surprised me. The time flow? Devil Prince explained. Simply put, 3 years here is just 1 year outside. Now it all made sense. No wonder the golden-winged ROC isn't breaking formations. He spends all his time absorbing spiritual essence, just making himself stronger. Elder Fulong looked a bit worried. Of course, that ROC is a Taiyi immortal. People say he has immense power. His magic knows no bounds. I doubt even Lord Bermuda could beat him. After becoming a true immortal, the path goes Mystic Immortal, Golden Immortal, and then Free Taiyi Immortal, with Taiyi Immortal and Taiyi Golden Immortal above that. No more thinking about it. I called the two to break the formation together. But as soon as we found the entrance, loud thunder rumbled in the sky. Elder Fulong's face changed. This isn't good. This is the most vicious 7th grade 5 thunder star kill formation. In all 7th grade formations, the fiercest one, instead of backing off. I actually felt a rush of excitement. Li Daoist? Getting struck by 5 thunders is no joke. Not even the two of us dare to face this and survive. I didn't answer. I just opened the heavenly eye to check the real structure of the formation. Elder Fulong's eyes went wide. He didn't expect me to have this skill. Very few gods can even open the heavenly eye. But the most famous is the Jade Emperor's nephew, Alang Shen Marshal Yang Jian. When Li Daoist uses his heavenly eye, there's a glow of golden virtue. Old fox, if you still want to make a move on him, better think twice. Heaven's wrath is not easy to bear. The blessed live longer and healthier lives. But I keep my word. I won't stab him in the back. While the two argued, I already saw the clue to break the formation. I focused my magic and created a formation energy orb, then tossed it out. It slowly merged into the divine formation. I pointed my finger lightly. With a quick flick, thunder rumbled overhead. Elder Fulong couldn't believe it. You can control this formation now? I've taken charge of part of this divine formation's power.
If attacked,
Just fight back with force. Big thanks to you two for buying me time. Now it's handled. But when we exited the formation, we saw a cache of many fairy treasures sealed here. The Devil Prince stood tall and just... Li Daoist did the most. He should pick first. Elder Fulong nodded. There are 3 spiritual treasures, 2 magical weapons, and 3 fairy pills. Suddenly, my All Souls encyclopedia activated. The backbone of Buzhou Mountain, the heavenly pillar from the ancient times, said to be the center of the earth. At this sight, my heart skipped a beat. Legend has it, the ancestor gods Gonggong and Zhurong battled below Buzhou. Gonggong lost and got furious, smashed into the Buzhou pillar. What exactly is this remnant leaf world? To actually hide a piece of Buzhou Mountain? I held the old, dark shard in my hand, but it didn't look like a treasure at all. Then I chose a bronze mirror. The Devil Prince took a pill, while Elder Fulong got a pearl. Once the treasures were all chosen, the Devil Prince and Elder Fulong went to heal up. I started refining the precious mirror. It's a top-grade postnatal spirit treasure, called the Amaterasu mirror. Then I took the Zhuanyuan pill I'd gotten, and swallowed it right away. All this, just for 1 Zhuanyuan pill. Totally shameless. Had to put myself through all that trouble. I'll never forget this grudge. After a while, the 3 of us went on to explore the Flowing Sands divine formation. We triggered 7 traps along the way, and nearly got the other 2 killed. After I broke the formation, I didn't find any immortal treasures, but my mastery of formations has reached divine grade 8. When I asked them if we should keep going, the Demon Prince said we should stop here. The venerable Fulong just turned hostile instantly. Kid, aren't you a bit too arrogant? Breaking this Sandflow array already got us both into danger several times, and you still want to go on? If that's the case, then this is where we part ways. After saying that, I turned and stepped into the next hidden divine formation. The Demon Prince tried to stop me, but I was already gone. Venerable Fulong looked super dismissive. The next formation is at least grade 8 divine. With no one to help him, he'll be turned to dust in no time. How could he dare break it alone? The Demon Prince snapped. You old fox! Don't forget, those 2 high-grade spirit treasures of yours were yours only thanks to Daoist Li, and now you're wishing he'd just die. Talk about ungrateful. You're a real monster. You think you've got me figured out? Doesn't matter. Venerable Fulong always said he's not afraid of dragonfolk like you. Then bring it on. The big array shifted position. Water and fire swirling around. The formation is changing on its own now. It's even actively releasing killing intent. Venerable Fulong's eyes suddenly lit up. But in just a moment, the array calmed down again. The killing intent inside became vague, still failing to lock onto the target. The Demon Prince burst out laughing. Old fox! Looks like we both underestimated him.